My plan for reducing world hunger is to, instead of using 40% of corn in America, that's nearly 5 billion bushels. Maybe, just maybe, we could cut down on the amount of ethanol produced and use some of that corn to feed the hungry and poverty-filled nations of the world. An economic system that is contributing to the global hunger crisis is the production of so much ethanol. The production of so much ethanol not only wastes 5 billion bushels of corn so someone can drive their hybrid around, but also drives corn prices up as well as the prices of other grains, such as rice, to where consumers have to spend half of their daily income just to buy a 2-kilogram bag of rice in Bangladesh. Maybe all the riots in Bangladesh and Haiti and Egypt over skyrocketing food prices wouldn't happen, or wouldn't be as bad if we gave most or all of the corn that was used to produce ethanol, or at least the corn that we didn't use to produce ethanol, to them. Because that would bring the price of corn and rice way down, because there's a lot more of it, making it a lot more available as well, giving super poor families a chance to feed their children and wives, and just a chance to have a meal. Some specific problems with doing away with ethanol made out of corn is that the government has billions of dollars invested in this, and lots of Americans use it. But nearly 1 billion people will go hungry tonight. Yet the U.S. will turn 5 billion bushels of corn into ethanol. Let's do the math here to figure out how many bushels of corn can feed a person for how long, and how much bushels of corn, how much ethanol that creates. Okay, let's do it. 8 bushels of corn equals 21.6 gallons of ethanol. 21 gallons. Or, if you do the right thing, 8 bushels of corn can feed one person for an entire year. 5 billion bushels, which is what we use to produce ethanol every year. 5 billion bushels will feed 412 million people for an entire year. That's 412 million people. Each of them gets an entire year of food. If we would give the corn to them and not use it all for ethanol. Now, I'm not saying do away with ethanol. Ethanol's bad. No, ethanol's good. I mean, it's really good for the environment and a lot of things. Ethanol's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, if we maybe cut down the amount of corn we use in ethanol by half, that'd still be 206 million people that don't have to go hungry for an entire year. A goal that could be reached if we devoted to it would be if we gave at least a quarter of the corn that is used in ethanol to hunger and poverty-struck places in the world. That's still 1.3 million people. Just a quarter of the corn that we use in ethanol would still save 103 million people from hunger for an entire year. This goal can easily be reached if we cut back on using ethanol fuel and cut spending endorsing ethanol fuel studies and endorse spending in the corn farmers so they can produce more corn to give the poverty-struck places. So as you can see, there is a solution If we could just do that, we could save so many families from hunger.